So a document has been floating around about Trump having ties to Russia with certain organizations. And then the document, this 35-page document, also says that he was into sex parties and golden showers. It's called Golden Shower Gate, apparently, about how Trump loves being pissed on or watching people being pissed. Piss is involved somewhere in this story. So this document was released anonymously by a UK intelligence, what is it? A UK intelligence operative?
Yeah.
Who was told by anonymous people these stories and wrote a 35-page document. Literally, I'll put the link down there. Just one point after another about how Trump has connections with Russia. Now, let's just say we're investigating this story. I'm not saying it's false. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying anything because we have no evidence to say that this document. So many people hate Trump. Like, you could write anything, like a huge document, work on it for a while, and then release it to, 4chan or whoever, and then they start circulating it, and then one person thinks it's real and then posts it as actual news. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there was claims against Hillary Clinton and some other politicians on the left. Pizzagate is what they called it, where there was child molestation within the government. Now, there's a lot of things on WikiLeaks that are sketchy. However, there's no hard proof that there's a child porn ring. Fine. But as journalists, they have to investigate, which is completely fine as well. However, CNN, New York Times, all these people, all these left-wing places, for the past few weeks and months have been saying, don't listen to fake news. There's no evidence. There's no proof of this, which is fine to say. But the moment this 35-page document, unverified, anonymous, by anonymous sources of the anonymous person comes out, oh, this is real. Let's talk about this. Fuck Trump. Anytime they want to say, if it's against Trump, fine. Hillary, don't know, it's fake news. What kind of journalist integrity is this at all? And so this has been circulating, this document, for weeks, right? But no one wanted to post a story. Why? Because there's no evidence. Anyone who did any investigating on the source of this document found nothing. There was no proof. It was just a circulated document. But of course, one of the shittiest news sources of all time, I cringe to even call it a news source, BuzzFeed. Of course, BuzzFeed. Everyone was sort of murmuring about this document. BuzzFeed straight up posted the document and said the American people should hear this rumor and make up their own mind if it's real or not. What the and then CNN, New York Times, everyone followed suit and started releasing this like it's real news after bashing fake news for the exact same type of reason. The hypocrisy the left is brilliant in this. They spout out all these things and then do the things right after. It's hilarious. And the guy, what's his name? Ben Smith, one of the editors at BuzzFeed, released this on Twitter. He wrote an email explaining why he would release unverified documents as news.
We published a dossier which Ken Bensinger obtained through his characteristically ferocious reporting so that, as we wrote, Americans can make up their own minds about allegations about the president-elect that have circulated at the highest level of U.S. government. Our presumptions is to be transparent in our journalism and to share what we have with our readers. We have always erred on the side of publishing.
Oh, BuzzFeed, you stink. You're garbage. You released a rumor. Yeah, maybe this has been circulating through all those people, but why hasn't anyone else said anything? Because there's no proof. Because if I wrote a document about Hillary, like a huge thing, and made it anonymous and then started circulating it around, and then the reason we can't have this is because anyone can make fake documents. And Trump had the greatest response to BuzzFeed ever. about their journalistic habits. Trump calls BuzzFeed a failing pile of garbage for publishing Russian hotel sex blackmail dossier and refuses to let CNN fake news reporter ask a question at a press conference.
He also said,
He called them a pile of... I've been saying that for months, that he's a pile of... That BuzzFeed's a pile of garbage. And Trump took the words right out of my mouth. I copywritten that. You can't say BuzzFeed is garbage. That's an Andy quote. And Trump one now, apparently.
also he said they're going to suffer the consequences. Which just makes it funny.
Yeah, and then Trump is going to suffer the consequences. Oh, I hope they do. Oh, so if you're going to say don't talk about these things because there's no, then why do you do it? You fucking liberal media in general. Ugh, I cringe at media. Don't make up your own mind, read your own research, and don't listen. Don't listen to these guys bash each other because there's no point. You have to make up your own mind with as evidence provided. I love how a few comments on the BuzzFeed article are like, yeah, I knew Trump was into this dirty, perverted sex things. How? How did you know? Shut the fuck up. It's so easy to write that shit. Look at Pizzagate. Now, I'm not saying Pizzagate is fake. There's a lot of sketchy shit when I read over the evidence. However, there could be things written by certain people that are not real. And this is the shit that journalists have to pick out. So yeah, here's a rumor. Make up your own mind. If you don't like Trump, then you'll probably believe this rumor. And if you don't, then you probably won't believe this rumor. This is journalism today. Bravo. The reporters in 2017
This is how they see
want
journalism.
clicks. They want clicks. Whatever looks nice on the thumbnail and that you'll click it, that's all they want. They don't care if there's an actual story behind this shit. And maybe he is into golden showers and that stuff, but let's look into the fucking facts, the evidence, and start investigating this shit.
R. Kelly has pissed on more people than Trump.
Exactly. And he's, I think he pissed on a 16-year-old though.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're gonna piss on someone at least 18.
And he's fine.
Don't pull no Onision. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this interesting story today. I'll put the link down there for the Worski podcast. Episode 2's out, where me and Chris talked about the worst SJWs, and we bashed DC movies for a little bit. Fun episode. Thank you for everyone who's been supporting our channel. I love you all. Remember to hit like, and peace.